Bills, Kansas City, and Dallas. 10-win club, man. The Chargers, could they still be a playoff team like we all think they were? Philly clinches the playoffs. Well done. We knew they improved. We knew they were going to be good. First team to clinch like they have. Very, very well done. That week 14 in the NFL was in the books. Me, Donnie, we're going to talk about that right now. Hello, welcome. Full Time Sport Network, man. Full Time Sport Network, NFL, through the table. I am Britt Smill, and welcome. Let me bring in my friend, my main man, Mr.
What's up, Britt?
Donnie Shoemaker. How are you,
How's the
bud?
week?
Man, the week was all right. It was plagued with illness
I
and
feel you
stuff
on
like
that.
that, but we're
Change of
fighting it.
weather up there. Is it
We're getting
snowing up
over
there
it.
yet?
We had one snow. We've had one snow.
I'm jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I love Texas, but that's the one thing I wish it would give us a little more of is snow.
I mean, you can have it, man.
I feel that it's good when you can get it like 4 or 5 months out of the year.
That's right. But like to thank Global Mapping Surveys Limited, of course, doing topographical surveys for your topographical surveying needs. Uh, Discount code 10% off, man. I mean, what more could you want? And I mean, I tell you, if that's not enough, man, you need some energy drink, man. Wraith Wraith Energy,
I
little
like the
promo code
barcode.
there. Yeah, little QR code thing, man.
Yeah, QR
Get
code. Excuse
yourself
me.
yeah, get yourself a little discount. Official partner of the channel. So wanna thank and welcome Wraith Energy, man. A lot of things going on, man. Lots of moving, shaking, dude.
I mean, you can't move and shake without an energy drink.
No, dude, really? No way. No way.
I mean, maybe when you were a kid, but once you became an adult and caffeine got introduced to you,
Dude, right? You're like, oh man, I could really use an energy drink. I tell you what, man, there are a few teams in the NFL that could use an energy drink.
yeah.
And that encompasses Thursday night football. And here we go. We had the Raiders and the Rams, my man. 16-17. Dude, fucking Baker Mayfield, dude.
I mean, yeah.
He's like, here we go. Here we go. Uh, Man, the Raiders had them dead to rights, dude.
I mean, the Rams have been struggling all year. Yeah, I will agree with you about that. Jacobs, I mean, yeah, he got his touchdown. He almost got his 100 yards, but he seemed there was something going on there. I think that leads back to the week before with his injury. So
Hmm.
I would have liked to see that a little bit better as far as like, especially going into the playoffs with him. I'd like to see him move a little bit better. Uh, I'm not convinced the Rams are gonna do anything this year. I
I
mean,
mean, the
four and
Rams
nine,
have
they're
to win
definitely not getting
out.
into the playoffs.
Oh, you're right. I was gonna say the Rams have to win out. That takes them to 8-9. I don't think
I
eight
don't see that
wins
happening.
are getting you into the playoffs. But the Raiders also they could win out. I don't think 9 wins is getting you into the playoffs.
And I don't see him winning out. I really don't. I think
Oh
this is
no.
a year that they get rid of Derek Carr. And, I think they've been holding on to him for a while. They got the weapons. They got Adams in the offseason. Jacobs is running great. I think it's time to let Carr
Mhm.
go.
That would seem to be the next move for the Raiders because they've done everything under the sun for that defense. They've
That's
even
true.
got a high profile player and let him go.
Yeah.
So, they've been looking at defense, but it's still not enough. Rams need to get healthy and uh, you know, next year, bud.
You hate saying that. Like next year, what's going to happen with Stafford? Like,
That
is that
dude,
it? I
that
mean, what
is
do
a
you think? Do you think his
very good
career's done?
question. Oh man, like
Because if Mayfield's taking your spot, I'm sorry, you're probably it's over.
no, your job's not in jeopardy.
Yeah, I
You
know,
could
but
come back off a 4-year layoff and get your job back over Baker Mayfield.
oh, definitely. I just, I just don't know where they're going with it. I think if he
It's
was going to do
Stafford's.
it,
It'd be Stafford's call.
you think so? Not the organization.
No, it's Stafford's call or his wife's call. And we look at Tom Brady. Didn't listen to his wife. I think Stafford
I
will.
think they're different people, man. I think if his wife's like, "Yo, it's time to wrap it up," he's gonna wrap it up. Uh, you
No,
know,
no doubt. He's had a
I
good
think that was,
career.
I think that was kind of a one and done thing. I think they bought high last year, for last year, and that was that.
Right. The how long does the train run all determines on health. And
I mean, the team just
health
in
bit
general hasn't
hard.
been moving like they did last year. They've seemed to struggle. I mean, 4-9. You tell me coming in the
Not
beginning of this
no
season, I would never would have guessed that.
no, I would have laughed you. I would have laughed you out of the building. They were my Super Bowl representative for the NFC, man. Got
I
that
know.
wrong. I'm not even gonna fill out the NFC side of the bracket, dude.
I mean, I
Cause
thought
I
we put him pretty high, but still, I didn't expect him to fall this low.
nah, I know. Um Another team we had good high hopes. Both these teams here, Bills, Jets. Bills win in the end, 20-12. I
You
mean,
know,
people want to talk about this win being a little bit uglier than the way I interpret it, but we've had games in the past where I said this was an ugly Bills win where people thought it was pretty easy for the Bills. So, but this is what I'm not worried about at
yeah,
all.
I don't think this was like an easy win for you guys. Excuse me. I think the Jets have really shown that they're stepping up. They're becoming the team that, if you're a Gang Green fan, you want to see them act
Oh
like this.
yeah, a touchdown in the third quarter, dude. Everybody's just in the stands waiting for the touchdown in the third quarter.
Okay, I get what you're doing, but I mean, they held you guys to 20 points, and you guys have had trouble with division games this year. So I think
They
this
could have
was a
held
game
us to 13 points.
they could have, but I think that this was the Bills' game to win, and the fact that
Oh,
they didn't really blow them out, it kind of. We've been talking about how good the Jets have been this year, and I think that
we
just kind of contributes to that. Uh, I'm not fully sold on the Bills really running with it this year. I know
hey,
they're going to make
that's okay.
playoffs.
Not a lot of not a lot of people are, man. Not a lot of
They,
people are sold with the Bills running it this year. But hey, step by step, what will help will getting that number one seed and beating the Jets this week goes towards getting that number one seed.
I'll give you
So
that.
at the end of the year, they don't ask how, they ask how many.
You're right. You're right. You've been watching Letterkenny?
Uh, A bit of it. A bit of
Yeah,
it.
that's the saying that they use. But I know everybody uses that saying.
Shorzy.
Um,
Shorzy's a lot better than Letterkenny.
no, it's not.
Yeah,
But
it is. Yeah, it is, dude.
well, it panders to two different variety of people.
True, and it panders to me.
I think
Uh,
I think Allen, 16 for 27, 147 and a touchdown. That's not really what we wanted to
oh,
see in this
I'm not
season.
blown out by the game at all, dude.
No,
Like
it
it
really looked
didn't
like
blow
they
me
were
away.
struggling. I mean,
I didn't feel struggle.
I
Like to be
felt like
honest.
lackluster, if anything.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Not
sure.
struggling, but it just didn't seem like they have all the pieces together right now.
Well,
And
like,
they've been like that for the last couple of weeks, I felt like.
but that's just kind of like at the start of the game, and we've been saying this throughout Josh Allen's tenure. We start slow, dude. That first quarter
It's
was
week
a
15.
punt fest.
It's week 15.
I said
It
we've been saying it for years. We
I
start
know,
slow
but
in
like the
games.
time to
We
start
always do.
slow, it's already passed.
It ain't going to change. Every game the Bills are going to start off slow, dude.
I guess. Yeah.
We started off with what, five? One, two, three, four, five. Our first five possessions ended in punts. Like,
Yeah.
not not good enough, dude. Our first possession was a 3 and out. We've done that a few times this year. No, you're right. You're right. This is not good enough at all. But it's
I mean, I think
also not a shock, and because hey, the Jets are good, but how good? Nowhere near Buffalo. We were able to
okay,
coast
I will give
and
you that.
skid past this game all fine and dandy. It's a home game. Like this game was never even a worry. The fact that's only an 8 point game, whatever. I'm pretty sure I didn't look, so anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure we still covered the spread.
I don't know. Hey, but we got to give it up for White. I think
Oh,
that dude
hey,
came out and he showed
dude,
that he wanted to be.
he
He
might be
showed he
it. He
wanted to
might
be
be
there
it,
for
dude.
sure.
Uh, Bengals had to, and they did. They keep it rolling, 23-10 over the Browns. Burrow, effective enough to get the job done. Bengal defense steps up in the end, shuts down the Browns in the fourth quarter,
I
and
It's good to see Mixon back. I
oh,
felt
it's
like
good to see Deshaun Watson suck.
right. I, I
I'm
wasn't
sorry,
gonna say
dude.
that, but he definitely looked like he was struggling. I get it. You've been out of the football game for 14 weeks now,
Yeah,
or so.
don't care, dude. Good to see
I
him
know,
suck.
I know,
He deserves to suck.
but man, is Donovan Peoples Jones like a serious wide receiver? Can we finally say that? I mean, he's been putting in work all year. I think it's finally time to really consider him as like a wide receiver too on fantasy. You could even, if depending on your spot, a wide receiver one. I mean, 9 to 15 plus points every week. It seems
May-
like, and
Maybe
that's what I like to
a
see. And then
dynasty
Joku,
stash, dude.
yeah,
Oh, and Joku. I love this shout.
I know. I was like, you know what? I'll give that dude a shout because I mean I like the cat, but I didn't think that he was
He's
going to do
never
too
done
much.
anything. Yeah.
But with Watson, maybe he's really going to pick up. I'm a little discouraged though with the how they how they handled Chubb. I didn't think he ran very well last this week.
Oh, yeah.
And I get
Yeah,
it,
no.
the Bengals are a good team. I liked seeing Mixon back. He tore it up. Chase is back on it. I did not like seeing Higgins getting hurt, but I think overall,
Neither did
I think
I.
that's a solid team.
Neither did I, dude.
But Irwin's been stepping up. He's really been covering for those not one and two guys, and I like the Bengals. I think they
Yeah.
have. I think they have a shot at getting to the bowl again.
Oh, they're in a good position. Cowboys, they avoid a
Squeak spot.
huge disaster.
Squeak spot.
Like, I mean, I'm from Texas. You're there right now. Like this was going bad
Dead silent in the bar.
before
Third quarter.
for the
Dead
Cowboys,
silent.
dude.
I'm serious. You could hear a pin drop.
Like
Uh,
this
it was.
is not good at all. You're down
I
by
expected them
what?
to blow them out.
You're down 23-17 at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the bar had to been so quiet. Like,
It was
anytime
tense.
you would hear a noise, somebody would go, "Shut the fuck up."
For real. For real. Like you could just hear you could hear the tension. It was so quiet in there. I don't know what happened. I thought Elliott ran very well. I mean, decently. 15 for 62 really isn't like the greatest, but it seemed like they had, in general, they had a hard time running the ball. Pollard, he got his too, but it struggled right there. You wouldn't expect that going into that game because you'd expect them to blow them out, and I really did.
Oh, dude, boat race.
And I think that's what it was too. I think going into that game, they thought they were going to crush them, and they didn't do their homework. Is what I kind of felt like. Because
I mean, whatever happened in the locker room,
he threw that
the
interception
Texans only got 3 points
in the end zone. Dak threw an interception in the end zone. It's stuff like that, you got to be careful because honestly, Houston is not a good team.
No.
So
no,
I don't know why
you
it was that
be
close.
Down 20-17 going
you
into
just
the
blew a
locker room
better
at
team
halftime.
out by like 40 points the week before.
Dude, much better team, dude. You kidding me, man?
So I don't understand what happened there.
Another, I don't know what the hell happened here, dude. Like, Detroit coasted. Detroit coast at home beats Minnesota 34-23. I don't know if it means anything. I think it means more to Detroit fan than Minnesota because Minnesota's a really freaking good team. They have arguably the best wide receiver in the league. They arguably have a top 3 running back in the league. People just are going to use this game and see, I told you so. Kirk Cousins is not good enough, and Minnesota will not do anything. And this is the game they're going to point at and be like,
I'm gonna jump on that train.
I don't care how good Minnesota is. Kirk Cousins is their quarterback, and look at what just happened here, and that's why.
And that's what I'll say. I mean, you can't like say anything bad about Jefferson. 11 for 223. Like, I'm sorry, you're doing what you need to do. Cook was, 15 for 23 really isn't great. It's not great at all. It really just shows that they were stopping the run.
Getting the ball handed off 15 times, man.
Yes and no. I just felt like, I don't know, man. I think it's Kirk Cousins is what it is. I know you just said that.
That's him giving the ball to Dalvin Cook, man.
Oh, you have to at some point. You can't just keep throwing the ball. Eventually, you're going to have to hand him off the ball. But you expect him to get at least better than 1.5 yards a carry. Basically, that's him falling forward.
Yeah.
So,
even if the line does not block well, that's him falling forward on every carry.
And I really do think that's the big problem with the Vikings is, yes, they are very good. Yes, they are 10-3. But at the same time, you get games like this, and how can you come into the playoffs with games like this? Because these 3 games that they've lost were games that they should have won, hands down, blown out, no problem. And it's just Honestly, I think it's the lack of, I guess, respect for the other team is what I think it comes down to.
Like they're better, or
The
they are
Vikings,
believing the hype and they're taking it. They're blowing the hype out of proportion.
yeah,
Because we
that
said it. The Vikings are good, dude. The
they
Vikings
are
are
very
good.
good this year.
I just don't
They're
see
going to
that
win their
many
division, no
wins.
problem.
And a game like this proves, like, oh, yeah, the Vikings have too many wins than they should.
I don't know about that. I just, I don't believe in Kirk Cousins. I think he's had his fair time to show what he could do. He hasn't shown anything. He's on the best team he's ever been on. So if he doesn't do it right now, he's not going
No,
to
this is
do
a
it.
good freaking team.
I mean, I'm not hating on golf by any means. I mean, 27 for
Oh,
39, 330, and 3 touchdowns isn't anything to throw
oh,
shade on.
he got good bits of time to throw that day.
And
Like
they
he was
spread the ball
protected
around,
very good. The Lions O line did did a really good job in that game.
but you know the Lions shouldn't have beat them. But yes,
No,
it is good seeing like the Lions because they were rolling at the beginning of the season, and then they got injuries and they kind of floundered. So
right.
it's good to see them pick back up, beat a team like the Vikings. Yeah, I guarantee
Oh yeah.
Vikings weren't expecting that. Boost their morale. Are they going to make the playoffs? Probably not. Vikings
Now,
pretty much have it clinched. One or two
but
more wins, and they're going to be clinched.
Lions are throwing their hat into the wild card hunt. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk
At
about
6 and
that.
7, I guess if they went out,
They could, yeah.
they could.
Another wow. Uh, I didn't. The Jaguars have had no luck going into Tennessee, dude.
But that
None.
defense is killing it.
However, week 14 of the 2022 season, Jacksonville marches into the Music City, dude. And like, wow.
I think people have Tennessee's card. I think if
Well, the
like I've
game
been
started
saying,
off exactly how we thought it'd be.
run heavy.
And then it quickly deteriorated. And Jacksonville said, nah, we got a little something to say about this. And
Stop the run.
dude,
Stop Henry. Tennessee's not going to win.
and move the ball in offense because, hey, dude, I'm not Trevor Lawrence's biggest fan, but I mean,
He's looking better.
he had himself a fine day, man. Moving the
Definitely.
ball. I mean, 368 yards, 3 touchdowns. Threw the ball 42 times. Now, okay, this is what you got Trevor Lawrence for. This is what you're going to do. The man throws the ball 42 times. That's exactly what we should be seeing out of, you know, our elite franchise quarterback. And the dude puts up 36 points.
Yeah.
And Jacksonville goes, well, you know what? We're not going to be able to stop Derrick Henry. Fuck him. Let him do whatever he wants to.
I mean, I think they slowed him down. I mean, yeah, you guys 100.
121 yards, dude. And a
Yeah,
touchdown,
but
broke a 50-yarder.
yeah, I get
Derrick
that.
Henry was not silent.
But that's
Derrick
not
is not
when we're
silent.
talking about Henry, we expect a little bit more of that.
Oh, you mean the impact of
I do think they
121 yards and a touchdown? That team
I'm
should
not
win.
saying it wasn't worth it. It
Oh
wasn't
no,
well
no,
played.
no! I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
We're going on the other people. You had your running back go off for 121 yards and scored a touchdown. With all that, you can only muster up 22 points.
It's because they don't have anybody to
When
pass
your
the ball
running
to.
back went for a buck 21, well, why don't you throw to who's that really freaking good receiver?
Bobby Trees.
Oh wait, they let him go, right? Oh,
Well,
that's
yeah,
that.
they
Oh,
did.
yeah, that's right. That's right. He's in Philly now.
He's
That's
loving it
right.
on Philly.
That's
He's loving
right.
it at Philly. But I mean,
Okay.
Robert Woods is a good wide receiver. He's
Oh,
an,
dude, I
you know,
love Bobby Trees. Oh, I
but
love him,
they're just
dude.
not. Tennessee has a problem with distributing the ball to the wide receivers. It's been like that since Derrick Henry kind of took over
Yeah.
the workhorse role, and that's unfortunate because you can't win a Super Bowl like that. I did like seeing though that not necessarily liked it, but it was crazy to see Evan Ingram put in some work
Oh,
finally,
dude,
right?
that's the name coming back.
Because he was supposed to be some elite tight end, and he never really showed face. I think this might be one of
Yeah.
his best games he's ever had, and so that was cool seeing that. But the Jaguars have a lot of work to do. Tennessee is always going to
Has
be right there
a lot of
until
work.
Derrick Henry retires,
Well,
and then they're going to have to figure out
they're gonna
something
be
else to
there
do.
by default. This division, we'll get that more. We'll get into that here in a minute when we talk about the wild card race. But this division is trash. This is Tennessee's division, and it should be from start to finish. The fact that they're hovering over 500 and in control
No,
is
yeah,
crazy. But we'll get back to in control. Uh, after we talk some more. Um, holy crap, dude! Fly Eagles fly?
yeah,
Like,
that's so good. I know that
holy
they're the Giants, but man,
crap!
they're rolling. I think that really
Like,
put a thorn in their side losing to Washington, and
this is
they're
a
probably not going to let that happen again.
right. I mean, they're the first team to clinch a playoff berth. So, congrats to the Eagles. You could have a catastrophic meltdown, and you're still making the playoffs. Cheers to you, Philly.
Now, do you sit your stars right now?
Fuck
No.
no.
All right,
They need to be playing in Philly, man.
man.
They
Sanders,
can't they can't
this
be
is Sanders'
traveling
year,
all over. They can't
and
be
that's because he
traveling all
finally
over the
got a
country.
quarterback.
Yeah, and they got a game plan, man. Because last year it was like, why the hell do you even play with a running back?
Well, last year, I think he's more comfortable sitting there and throwing the ball now. This year, he proved himself last year. This year, they had a full off season to
Hurts
train.
wasn't our like we didn't care last year about that. All our whole question last year was,
Is he going to be
what
something
are
or
you
not?
doing with Miles Sanders? What is going on with Miles Sanders?
Yes
What
and
are you
no.
doing? What is the deal with him? What's going on? Blah blah blah. My dad came on here a few times last year, and he was all about what's the whole point of Miles Sanders anyway? They need to involve him.
Uh, they did.
And this year they've been involving Miles Sanders more, and wow, that team is the way they run their offense. If you can get your running back involved, talent don't matter, man. This is a really good scheme that this team is running. I mean, they do have really good players. They do have stars where you need them. Hurts is a really, really freaking good quarterback. Miles Sanders is at least a game changer at
He
their
steps
running
up.
back. You have the threat, and that's all you need. And we talked about this. You just have the threat of AJ Brown out there, and that's all you need. That's all you
No,
need to open up
definitely.
space in the field. And this team is freaking rocking and rolling, man.
They're good.
Like they're dialing everything up
I don't mind saying
perfectly.
that. I think they could go all the way this year. They're a
Uh,
solid team. I like how they work everything. They were scared to take advantage of Hurts right there mid-season last season. I think that was a good call moving towards him, and the whole field's opened up. And then Of course, the addition of
Adding it.
AJ Brown coming in this year. The team's, I don't want to say unstoppable because they lost one, but they're a force to be reckoned with for sure.
That's a really freaking good team. See, no Lamar Jackson, no star running back. Ravens have no problem. I wouldn't say no problem. Well, they did kind of. Yeah, I would say no problem. That's a garbage touchdown. Steelers got at the end to make it look closer than it really was.
Garbage or not, the Baltimore Ravens should have crushed them.
I thought they controlled and dictated proceedings, but you would like to see them have scored more points while dictating this
I would
proceedings because
and,
a
and I get
squeaker
it with the
touchdown at
Jack,
the end
you know.
doesn't make the game look good. It makes the game look a lot closer than it should have been, and that's what happened. And which what I don't think anybody will back Baltimore in the playoffs at all.
I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not a fan of Baltimore, like I've said a
I
million
mean,
times.
are they making it? Yeah, but is anybody going to back that horse outside of the Baltimore Raven fan? Probably not. I mean, and we'll see what's up with Lamar.
That's the thing. I'm not a big Lamar fan. We'll see if he comes.
Oh yeah,
What's going to
yeah.
happen when he comes back? The thing about the Steelers though is Trubisky even showed a little face this game. I think Pickett's the better quarterback. I understand Trubisky's got more experience, but I mean, 22 of 30 for 267, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions isn't going to win you the game. I know that the Ravens were banged up, but still at the same time, the fact that they won, you got to think, man, Pittsburgh's really got to do something with a quarterback. I think they should move back to Pickett. And I know Pickett's not the answer. I just think they need to, he needs to get experience. And yeah, he's got experience over the last
but right, you can
5-6 games, but
Trubisky, save some on the salary cap, and draft a quarterback. Because neither Trubisky or Pickett is the answer. Neither one is taking you to the playoffs. So let's make a business decision. Who is cheaper?
Who would you get rid of?
Get rid of Trubisky, man. Pickett slider on the salary cap, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I do see that.
Trubisky's going to win you how many more games than Pickett will? Like none. Like Trubisky's not. Trubisky is not winning you the game.
No, you're right.
So, ask Trubisky. He'll find a job, dude.
I mean, he's not going to retire. He's definitely going to find a job.
Yeah, don't worry and cry about Trubisky like they took our job. Like, you don't have to do that. He'll find a job. There's a lot of shit quarterbacks starting in the NFL. Look at the backup situation. Trubisky will find a job.
I feel that.
So let's not mourn over him. Give the job to Pickett. Draft a new kid. And somebody else whose name we don't even know right now will not be a backup quarterback next year. But none of us will know that because none of us know who he is. And he'll lose his job. But we won't care because we don't know who it is. And we won't.
Now, you think, Harris, is this his third year coming up?
Najee?
Yeah.
Steelers still have him.
Okay.
I think the Steelers still have a little window because the first option on that rookie contract is a club option. It's not a player option. So
I know that
it buys the Steelers a little bit of time, but I know where you're going with this. Pittsburgh does have to find a quarterback or Najee Harris is gone.
Because he's picking it back up.
Like, he
kind of struggled there.
Will be gone. He is a
mid-season, but
good
he has definitely
running
been picking
back,
it back up.
and
And I
he'll
think that
give
goes back to
Pittsburgh.
gameplay.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah,
rely on Harris, especially with the way the quarterback situation is going.
he'll give
Um,
Pittsburgh the benefit of a doubt, and he should. This is a storied franchise. This is top 3 franchise in the NFL. Well-ran organization. The history is immaculate. They have an overrated quarterback in their history who I don't think was as good as everybody says, but hell, he won 6 rings. So what can I say? So I think Najee Harris will give them the benefit of a doubt too. But when the contract is up, after the club exercises their option, and then it's on Najee to make his decision, I don't think he'll sit out and ask for a trade, and he'll wait the what will turn into 5 years, possibly more, because then we'll talk about franchise tags after the playoff
I
option.
just
Then they could franchise tag him, so
they could.
he still could be in Pittsburgh for 4 more years.
I think that'll ruin his
So the
career.
Steelers they've got to find a quarterback, or Najee Harris will be gone.
Personally, I think they
And
should probably
you're
trade him
looking at
high.
that. That'll be a prime Najee Harris after the club option, and let's just assume it club option and 2 franchise tags, which is all Pittsburgh will be able to do. And don't feel sorry for Najee. He'll be getting paid.
Definitely, he'll get paid.
He'll
But
be getting paid. But that's what will happen if the Steelers don't fix their quarterback issue. And then after all that, Najee will book.
I think if they're going to struggle with a quarterback, I think they should sell Najee high, get a better. I know, but they could get a pretty good draft pick
Not
off of
this
him.
upcoming year. And the quarterback you want is coming out this year. So if you ain't getting
Well, I
that,
don't
you
think they're
gotta
going to be able to draft high enough to get a quarterback. I mean, yeah, they will.
you
I mean,
you
they're going to
you
be
give
like
you give him
they're
Najee
going to be
Harris.
under 10.
You give him
Definitely.
Najee Harris, they'll give you the number 1 pick overall.
That's what I'm saying. You can get pretty high with them.
But you can't give up Najee Harris.
I get what you're saying. I do think he's going to be a Steeler for 1 more year, but after that, I think that
He'll
if they
be a
haven't got
Steeler
the
for 4
quarterback
more
situation fixed
years.
out, I think that that's something they can do. Because that's the thing about the Steelers is they need a solid quarter. I mean, every team needs a solid quarterback, and these 2 guys aren't doing it, and that's just the way it
Nobody
goes.
else on this team means anything more to this Pittsburgh team than Najee Harris. I guarantee you,
Oh, definitely,
Najee, if there is no contract, Najee Harris will be franchise tagged 2 years. You can do it 2 years. I don't even agree with
no,
franchise tagging a player for 2 years,
for one
but it
year.
can be
Yeah, I
but
just
it
feel like
can be
that's some
done.
shady
They're
stuff.
allowed to do it twice. They're
Yeah.
allowed to do it twice. I can see him exercising the club option because he's the best running back in the league, dude.
Not in the
Exercise.
league. He's
He will be. He
he's
will be.
he's
He
he's definitely
will be.
top
He's
5, but he's not
freaking
the
good,
best running back
dude.
in the league.
He, well, you can't move on from a top 5 running back, even top 5.
No, definitely
You
not.
got you got to run with them. Ask any fantasy football player. They won't even trade a top 5 guy in any position, let alone running back.
Definitely. No, I know what you're
But
saying. It
not
is
Najee
true.
Harris is the future of that offense. The Steelers with the club option and then the 2-year franchise. They have Najee for 4 more years.
I don't think he'll stick around that long.
Yeah,
I
he
know he
has
doesn't
no
have a
choice.
say, and I know he has no say in it.
He's
But
not going to sit out or boycott or whatever,
no,
protest or whatever word of the day we want to use for him objecting to playing for the team. He won't do that. He has respect for that organization. And Najee Harris is a stand-up guy. He came from Alabama, man. Nick Saban teaches these boys right. He ain't gonna disrespect the Steelers organization.
No, I just hate seeing somebody's talent getting wasted if they're not going to pull their stuff together. I
Hey,
know
that's
that
on
doesn't
the
mean
way.
anything, but still,
Najee Harris doesn't have to worry about it. That's between them and their God. Well, okay,
fair
so it
enough.
stops. It's really going to stop Najee Harris from getting rings. No, you're only going to get rings if you're on a certain team. Like, freaking for
No,
real, dude.
yes, that's true.
Okay. Uh, Chiefs get a squeaker, man. Broncos suck.
Yep.
And they, you know,
Actually,
kind of hung in there a
kind
little
of
bit.
hung together with the Chiefs.
Nah, the Chiefs look garbage. The Chiefs aren't that good.
They're not running the ball very efficiently. And
The Chiefs don't
then
have a good defense.
I
But
guess so. Yeah. They spent
we've
all that
been
money on the offense, and then
questioning the Chiefs defense like for a while now, haven't we?
yes,
Like
but
we
they've
really
had a good enough
have.
offense where it didn't matter.
We're right. So
And
like
they're still getting the
our
W's. It's not like they
argument
didn't get the
found that no,
W. They did,
exactly. And that's
but
why what we said is fallen on deaf ears. But maybe a 34-28 victory over the fucking Broncos will open up people's minds. But then you could just say to me, "Hey, Britt, I remember those photos of your team in Arrowhead." Yeah, so do I. That's because we forget to cover Tyreek Hill, and then after that, we forget to cover Travis Kelsey. I don't know
I
how
was
the
thinking
fuck
more
you
like,
do that, dude. How do you
yeah, I
forget
mean,
to cover Travis Kelsey?
it's the huge moment. But I will say, Wilson almost got as many touchdowns as he has all season in that game.
Wilson is so bad. I'm loving this, dude. Tom Brady sucks. Russell Wilson sucks.
Dude, did you see
And
that?
the world gets to see it, dude.
Yeah,
Like
that was a bad game from Tom. They
that's all I
straight,
want for Christmas,
Fox
dude.
turned it at the end of the third
We're about
quarter.
to talk about that game. Oh, we're about to talk about that.
That was a bad
Um,
game.
but after saying that, does your opinion of the Chiefs change?
No, they're gonna make
They're
the
still a
playoffs.
first round bye, right?
They've literally, I mean, they've made it countless times. They're gonna keep doing that. I'm not really worried about them. I don't really count them out.
You
If
worried
anything,
about the
maybe they're
first
just
round
trying to like,
bye?
huh?
You worried about the first round bye?
I mean, not really. Will they
Yeah,
get
neither
it?
am I.
I
Yeah.
mean, probably. Am I
Hell
worried if
yeah.
they
Of
don't?
course they
Not
will.
really. They're still gonna do the same thing they've always done.
Um, Garoppolo sucks. Brock Purdy, he's not great either. But damn, 49ers, dude.
For
35-7 over Tampa Bay. Look, Tampa Bay is not that good. Like,
no.
they are not.
I feel bad for Mike
They're
Evans. This might be his first. This is definitely gonna be his first year without 1,000 yards.
don't feel bad for Mike Evans. He's getting paid, dude. Save your
Well, he's one of
tears.
my favorite wide receivers. So
Save your tears for, starving kids or puppies, okay?
I'm saving my
Not
tears.
Mike Evans. This is a team full of stars, and they can't do the job. This is typical
They have no cohesion.
Glazer setup here, dude.
Tom looks
Give me a
frustrated.
Tom looks frustrated. Have
He's
you listened to
frustrated.
this mic'd up shit, dude? I
No,
mean, goodness gracious, dude. He's having a freaking meltdown. And you know what? I don't want to revel in anybody's sorrow or misfortune, dude. But there is that old saying, if you made your bed, you sleep in it. And
I just
if
I
I
didn't
just
think they were gonna be
happen to
that bad.
note if I just happen to see the bed that you made for yourself and I find humor, that doesn't make me a bad guy.
They're definitely struggling. Not to take anything away from the 49ers, because I like
Oh,
the 49ers. I think their defense is great, is
oh
doing
no,
really well.
no, no, no. We'll talk about the 49ers, dude. I have some good. I don't like I don't like it, but I got some decently good stuff to say about the 49ers.
But yeah, Tampa, they're definitely not getting there this year. I mean, 6-7, yes, they technically could, but I don't think they will. I think that whole team's
Well,
kind
they
of
are getting in.
failing.
They're getting in by default.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
They're going to lose the wild card game to either the Jets or the Patriots. Oh wait, this is wrong.
I'm a little worried about the
Wrong,
Patriots right
wrong,
now.
wrong, 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 wrong bracket, dude. Wrong bracket.
Yeah, it's probably looking at Carolina as who their second competitor is.
Yeah, but don't like this for Tampa Bay whatsoever. But I mean, Brock Purdy, dude. I mean, go be Alex Smith, bro. Like,
I
go
mean,
go be Alex Smith. Take care of the football. Don't throw incomplete passes. Don't put my ball on the ground.
that just doesn't
Oh,
win you Super Bowls, though. Yeah, it'll get you
well,
there, but it's not going to win
well,
you.
no, that's not the conversation we're having. We're just
I
talking
know.
about San Francisco being a playoff team. Brock
I think
Purdy,
San Francisco has the talent to be a solid playoff team. They're
they
lacking a
need a
quarterback.
quarterback.
That was the thing,
And
same thing last year.
Brock Purdy,
And
Jimmy Garoppolo, these guys are not the answer.
I
But you
mean,
know you have the team. You're a quarterback away.
I'm especially because you traded for McCaffrey. So
Yes.
you have a solid wide receiver, you have a solid running back. You need a quarterback.
Yeah. The defense nothing to shy away from.
Oh, definitely not. They're
Like,
holding the team down since last year, and they're still doing it.
but yeah, you're a quarterback away. Um, speaking of the aforementioned Carolina Panthers, they beat the not as sucky as I thought Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks, 30-24.
He got a
And
little carried away with that ball action this week.
he did. He
He got a
really
little carried
did.
away. He
But
did.
I mean, he put on a show.
He wasn't bad.
I
He
mean,
wasn't bad.
you know, I can you consider 24 points a show? Maybe
I
not.
mean, going into
But
that game, especially as well as he's been playing over the last couple of weeks, I expected him to be a lot better
and I'll give Carolina
from
this.
Carolina.
Carolina looked
I
really
mean,
consistent
Darnold.
throughout the whole entire game.
Yeah, yes, but I mean, Darnold's not
Uh,
the answer. Give me one
no, oh
second, bro.
fuck no, dude, no. Darnold is not the answer. It's not a good team at all. But I mean, um, Carolina looked consistent throughout the whole entire game. They weren't like up and down and crap and whatnot. Very, very good, very consistent, lackluster third quarter. But I mean, that's let me double check. Yeah, I mean they had a decent amount of plays during that period of time. They did turn the ball over with a punt, and then they got they got the field goal. Yeah, but yeah, not
And that's the thing
horrible.
about Carolina is they've been struggling with the quarterback situation since last year, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better. I mean, they paid
I don't
out.
think they've addressed it and tried to. I don't think they got Sam Darnold to be like to sell to their fans. Okay, guys,
No, it's
we
just
found our quarterback.
you paid for Mayfield, and now he's not throwing the ball for you. So it's just like you keep paying these guys, and then they don't last. So you got to think that the budget
I
is
would
what's
love
going.
to know. Please tell me Carolina's paying Mayfield to throw touchdowns in LA. Please tell me Carolina's paying him right now because it's just add that to the list. Because
They did
last
it
year
all last year.
they paid 4 quarterbacks and only 3 of them played for them.
Yeah,
So you please tell me that that uh Sam Bradford is being paid by the Panthers, and that would make it
so much.
that would
Yeah, I know.
that would make it the best, dude. But um, yeah, I think both of these teams, like Darnold's not the answer for Carolina. Carolina's gotta go find a quarterback.
I mean, he
Um,
wasn't the answer last year. He's definitely not the answer this year.
I don't think they think he is, but like now I have no clue what they're doing
They're gonna ride
because
him out to the end of the
gave
season.
they just gave away their best player. So now whatever I thought Carolina was trying to do and build around,
They're doing something completely different
now
now.
I don't know. I was
Yeah.
like, hold now I have no clue what you're trying to do. Because I thought maybe they were going to build around McCaffrey and base an offense
I think with the
around.
injuries and everything that happened, and I'm not saying he's a bad player because he's a
Oh,
really good player, but
oh, okay. Maybe they called an audible.
you know,
Maybe they did call an
I
audible.
think they were doing further down the line kind of work. I think that it's just, this is something they're gonna have to look at, and because they're struggling in multiple positions. I think so. Like I think they got rid of them so they could get some picks so they could fix their team overall later.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean in the off season, I guess we'll talk more on a team by team basis and talk about what we would do with Carolina. So I guess we can save that till then. But hey, a good win for him, man. Uh,
Definitely.
the win doesn't mean anything for Carolina. I'm trying to figure out if the loss means anything for Seattle
Uh,
because I didn't even expect them to be here. So even if they
yeah,
blow a
at that
playoff
point, yeah.
opportunity, I don't think I'm going to rip them apart for blowing it.
I mean,
'Cause I don't think they should have been there anyway.
I
I
think
think
that
they're
the
still
loss
good.
did matter to them
It might.
because it would
What's
have put them
their?
one behind San Francisco as
But
far as
that's
a
just right
division
now.
win.
There's still 4 games left. They're not winning the division. They're getting in on a wild card.
I think it would have been. It's not horrible that they lost, but definitely losing hurt them more than it
Oh
helped
well,
Carolina winning.
well, no, duh, right? Yeah, no. You're right about that. But it definitely says more for Seattle. Um, okay, another game. I think this means the world to Charger fan, dude. Chargers get a 23-17 victory over the Finns.
It
Um,
was nice to see. It was. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
don't think. Look, I mean, we can talk about this in the off season, but whatever happens here, I don't think it should matter. Brandon Staley should be out. They no, they need to move on from Staley. I mean, I know there should be a lot of credit to Staley where the Chargers are, where they are right now, but this year when the focus was on them and we were looking at the Chargers to make an impact, to make a big run, dude. One of the biggest complaints you're hearing week in, week out is what is going on with this play calling? Like
That is true.
this is not good play calling. Like this is a freaking good team. I know the injuries. I get it. And maybe also this has to do with the Chargers mentality, which I think has a lot to go with the coach and Staley, is they were expecting to be really good. 7 and
That's true.
6 does not fulfill your fantasy of being a really good team. So you are bummed on yourself and you are going a little emo and now you're disinterested and now you just lose the games left and right and you're losing games you shouldn't be losing. And because in the end it don't matter because you're not good enough to bring in the ship anyway. So if you make the playoffs or don't make the playoffs,
Yeah, I
what
mean,
doesn't matter? And you are right. It doesn't matter. Except if you have a job in that
it
organization,
always matters,
then
Greg.
it does matter
It always
because
matters.
Staley should be out. This is ridiculous.
The team isn't moving very efficiently on offense like they were. I mean, they started at 39 to 51, one touchdown, 367 for Herbert. Eckler has not been doing very well this year. And I get it, injuries, blah blah blah. The Dolphins are a good team, but I mean, the Dolphins really, then didn't do as well as I thought they were going to do in
Yeah,
this
but
game.
if you're the Chargers or you're the Charger brass, I don't care who you were playing. We were expecting to be good. We were not expecting.
Oh, early on, yeah. Now it just kind of
we are not.
Does that go back
supposed
to
to
when
be
he got that
76.
Herbert got that injury? I don't know, but it seems like since that
Are
time,
we giving a few games away because of the Herbert? Okay. No, I don't think Charger fans happy, dude.
I mean,
I don't
not
think
they're
Charger
definitely
fans
not.
happy at all.
But that definitely saw a change in his gameplay. I mean, after he got hurt, you could see for a couple weeks after that he was trying to rebuild to what he was, And I mean, that stuff doesn't feel when you're getting hit every week.
No, right.
So I
So
mean, they did
I
everything to better their team, and they haven't performed this year. So if you put better players in, what does that say?
Okay, I know we're not done with this year, and we're just reviewing the week, and in the off season we'll talk about these specific teams. But just on real quick, Brandon Staley keep his job at Chargers. I know. Hey, if you're going to fire a guy, who you going to go get? I know
mean,
that's the big question.
I think those positions. I'm not saying easy
Are
to
you
fill.
bummed? Are you bummed if the GM fires Staley this year? Would you question that
No, I
move
think they
at
need a
all?
fresh outlook.
You think
I
the
do.
GM should go too?
It's hard doing both, man. I don't know. Something's got to change.
You can definitely put more of this on Staley.
One of them's got to go. I think you can see it. Like the gameplay, it's not running as smoothly as it was last year.
Yeah,
there's like a little hiccup. It doesn't seem as explosive. And I mean, granted, I did think that the Finns were going to beat the Chargers. And it's awesome that they won, but
it doesn't improve your outlook on the Chargers, does
no.
it? For some reason.
Eckler, I think as good as I think Eckler is or was, he's a good running back, but I don't know. I think they need to move away from Eckler. I think I like.
Or it's just Staley's play call, or it's just Staley.
It's play calling. I get that. It just he doesn't seem like he was last year, and I know.
Like, how do we turn on Eckler?
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta keep these guys.
Like in a matter of 6
players.
weeks, we turned on Eckler.
No, you got to keep these players, and you got to get rid of some of the coaching stuff and see if
And
that works.
I mean, I don't follow him, but I see a lot of Charger comments in my, you know, on my page for some reason, Tony. I don't know why I see all these Charger opinions, but like that's the gist I get is keep everything as much as you can in place. Get rid of Staley, and dude, I don't think the rest of the coaching staff has any longer of a leash than Staley does. So like they could be soon to follow.
Yeah.
But I mean they would definitely replace Staley before Herbert. Like 100%. Herbert's not going to lose his job. Staley will lose his job before Herbert does. Probably even Eckler. I don't think personnel changes will be made. I think if there is a big personnel change being made, it's Staley gone, and then the new guy will make his changes.
And yeah, I mean,
And that's
unless you're
kind
gonna
of what
get
I
somebody
get
from
from
the
Charger
outside,
fan, but I don't follow beat reporters or anything like that, so I could be wrong. I just see what fans of the Chargers, because of Tony, I see what fans are saying. But I mean, the Chargers are interesting, man. I mean, hey, been there, bro. The Bills have had a couple years. We thought we were really, really good, and we've skated a 500. Like, what the hell's going on here, man? Um, Patriots, Cardinals. I know I've been hard on the dude, so I want to start off this by saying I hope he's fine. I hope he's okay. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to him, man. I want him to live a healthy life out there on the football field, proving that he's a shitty quarterback like I think he is. But I hope Kyler Murray is fine. And, he'll play
yeah.
more. So I just want to
I mean,
start
what I
that
can
off
say is
by,
that
by saying that.
they leaned on Connor, and he actually put in some work last week. And I think that's when they were doing better last year, is when they were leaning on Connor. And so
You're
they
on
didn't do that
record.
this year.
You're on record to say that a few times.
And I feel like that team's better when they use the ball when they run the ball.
I mean, they still sucked and had nothing going on.
And
The D Hop fumble, like that's the worst. Like, how do you, bro, fumble the
that doesn't
ball?
happen very often.
And not only does a very rare fumble by D Hop happen, but it gets picked up and scooped in for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like the dude rarely fumbles anyway, and then the one time he does, it gets scooped up and ran back for a touchdown. Like,
No, let's do that.
bro, not fair, right?
I was just
There's
bummed out
some
about
guys
this
that
game.
fumble. There's some guys that fumble all the time, and they'll never have a fumble return for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's true.
D Hop fumbles the ball one time and scoop six, dude. Unfortunate. D Hop's the baller, dude.
Yeah, he's the main wide receiver of that team.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, and I guess this will be the segue. To this game definitely means more for the Patriots because this game sets up for what we're going to quickly discuss right here is playoff implications. Because this was a big win for the Pats.
It was.
Because if they don't win this game, some of us might be taking the Jets over them to make it. But now, looking at the standings, I mean, I think it's the Patriots that end up getting in, and the Jets are left out.
You think so?
I mean, I do. I mean, because of the Patriot Jet battle, I'm going to write in the Chargers as making it.
Okay.
Because considering the upcoming schedule, I don't think the Pats and Jets both make it.
Oh yeah.
They're both talking. There's 3 of the 4 division games, or 3 of the 4 remaining games are division games
Really?
between the
I thought
Patriots,
that
Jets.
this was a big win for the Patriots.
Hmm.
I want to see how they're doing now that what I've read on Stevenson is it's going to be a struggle for him to come back this week.
Give me
So
one.
I'm a little scared that he's not going to come back anytime
Oh,
soon.
Stevenson's so good now.
Yeah. I mean, the Patriots are really good. I just know that he's a cornerstone of the team, and so it is a little. It was a little nerving to see
So,
that.
because like Tennessee's winning this division,
I mean,
you're not going to have a 2-game swing in between Tennessee and Jacksonville. There's 4 games left. Tennessee's 2 games ahead. I know Tennessee's on a 3-game losing streak, so it's
Tennessee's
trending to
at
look
what,
interesting.
7? The Pats are at 7. I mean, the Dolphins are
Well,
looking.
no, Tennessee's winning their division. They're not in a wild card. It don't
Oh
matter.
yeah,
They're
you're
in.
right. I mean, so we're
The
looking at.
battle is Miami, New England, New York, Cincinnati,
I was gonna say Cincinnati.
LA.
I think Cincinnati will take the Ravens though, so I think the Ravens will probably be the wild card.
Well, okay, either or.
I think it's gonna be between. I think it's gonna be Bengals and Dolphins as the wild card.
Bengals.
I mean, I guess you only get what you get one wild card,
That's
right? So
3.
3.
That's 3 now, remember? It's stupid. That's 3 wild cards.
Okay, yeah, that was what it was last year.
It's
I knew
freaking
it was
stupid.
2, but then it was 3. So you're looking at it's probably Ravens, Bengals in, and a fight between the Dolphins. I guess I can't count. Technically will be in the hunt, but it's looking like Dolphins and Bengals and Ravens. Maybe the Chargers, but I don't know, man. I think the Patriots and the Jets might be a little bit better than the Chargers.
I'll go Dolphins. Thumbs up. Baltimore, Cincinnati. Whoever doesn't win the division will still get a wild card spot. So I'm in agreement there. So that puts your wild card fight New England, New York, and the Chargers.
Yeah.
Well, no. Right, because you put Miami as 1. You put right. Okay, yeah. The Patriots, the Jets, And the Chargers are fighting for that
for
third
that
wild
third
card
card.
spot.
Yeah, the third wild card spot.
And the Jets and Pats play each other twice. Still yet?
I know that both teams are doing pretty well, and now that Stevenson's out, I think that the Jets will have a better chance of striking on the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots have, what is this? All right. Vegas, Cincinnati, Miami, and Buffalo.
That's not a very good run for them.
Well, they can't go 2-2.
No.
The like you got to win 3 games. You got to win 3 of
Yeah.
these games.
Those are
I
tough
don't think
teams
they're
too.
beating Cincinnati. Like they're losing 2 of these games.
Probably.
And then the Jets, they got Detroit, Jacksonville, Seattle, Miami.
That's a little bit easier schedule.
Little bit,
Yeah.
but Detroit seems to be deceivingly good.
That's true.
But what we want to see is the Chargers here. And we're looking at the Chargers with Tennessee, Indy, Rams, and Denver.
Oh, that's the easiest of the 3.
Extremely favorable
Yeah.
for the Chargers. So I would expect
It's going to be a close battle.
the Chargers to get it, but oh, dude, the AFC battle does look interesting. A bit more interesting than one would have thought. Like, for real, man. I mean, I don't think the Chargers are horrible. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. But we did have a busy bye week. Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay, Indianapolis, New Orleans, and the Commanders. As we did talk about playoffs, these teams we really didn't talk about. I mean, I really don't give Washington. Bless you, buddy. I really don't give Washington anything, but they do have the same record as everybody else in the East.
I think the East is pretty much that's what we're looking at for the wild cards.
Do you think they sweep?
It's hard to say that, but if I mean they have the possibility to. I definitely think the Cowboys are going to get one of the wild card spots. I mean, the only other people that are kind of in a contender spot would be the Seahawks.
So by default,
I mean, everybody else has
East might sweep.
You know, because I mean, the closest people are the Lions with one loss behind, and then you got the Panthers with 2 losses. Or 2 wins behind, I should say. So I really do think, I mean, they could sweep it, but I mean, I guess the Seahawks would be the only people that kind of get them some trouble on that end.
No, all right, dude. I enjoyed week 14, man. Week 14 was good. It led to my fantasy football team being knocked out, but Dottie, you didn't get knocked out, so I wish you luck in these final 2 weeks, man.
I don't want to talk too much crap because I know how that goes.
That's why well, hey, look, I was silent and it didn't matter, bro. So you might
Yeah.
as well talk crap, dude, because I
Nah,
really
Britt.
don't think it
Okay, if you don't want me
matters.
to win, you can
I
just say that.
really don't think it matters. No, but
It doesn't.
you know,
Fantasy football is 20% skill, 80% luck.
yeah, it has nothing to do with your chirping.
Yeah.
But good luck to you in these next 2 legs, dude.
Thank you, buddy.
Uh, I do like the 2 leg thing because bye weeks and all.
Yeah,
I think 2 legs, a 2 week battle royale is fair, dude. But I mean, you ain't me, so I don't care.
I like
You
it.
know, crash and burn. But
Okay, Britt.
good, good luck to
I'm like a
you.
hater. I'm still
Oh
playing
hell yeah,
fantasy and
dude.
you're not. So,
Oh yeah. Oh, you filled up a glass of haterade for me. Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, real quick here. San Francisco, Seattle. I mean, it's trending. Seattle or San Francisco. Yeah, I think it's a big game for Seattle.
I mean, they
This
got
holds
to
their
win.
wild card.
If they
Yeah,
lose, if
right.
they lose this game, they're gonna lose their wild
Wild
card
card's
potential.
gone. That's Thursday. Saturday we got 3 games.
Yeah, it's
Three
Saturday
games
game.
on Saturday. Indy, Minnesota. I like
It's not
Minnesota.
gonna matter really
Well,
for
dude,
either team, no
we're
matter
not
what the
talking
outcome
about
is.
relevancy here, dude. I'm just mentioning the games before we get out of here.
Okay.
Um, should be clear cut Minnesota, I think. Baltimore at Cleveland. Um,
I'd like to
fuck
see
Deshaun
Cleveland win.
Watson, dude. Baltimore all the way. Um, Miami at Buffalo.
This one's gonna be a good game.
It is gonna be a good game. We got a little revenge
I'm gonna say if
from
they win, then they
earlier the year,
fluctuate.
but I don't consider it revenge because I put the game in Miami as a toss up game anyway. But this one's at home. Enjoy the 4 feet of snow. Um, my or Philly, Chicago. This should be cake
Really.
for Philly. Um, Atlanta, New Orleans. Going to stay away from this game, 100%. But I would say New Orleans if I had to. But oh
It's
no,
gonna
I'll
be
stay away
close.
from that game. Yeah, it's gonna be close and bad. Detroit travels to New York. I mean, to New Jersey to play the Jets. Um, this could be a statement game for both teams, just because both are kind of get their thing. We both think they're improved. We both think they're better than they are, and whatnot. New York might be playing a little bit outside of their realm, but a win
I think
against
a win for the
Detroit,
Jets solidifies their
yeah,
playoff spot. Losing is gonna
I think the Jets need 2 wins at least.
no, but the Lions were the other team that were 6 and
It's two
what?
different conferences, dude. It don't matter.
We're talking about We're talking about wild card spots. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
you're right.
but Detroit's fighting for the NFC wild card. New York's fighting for the AFC wild card.
Yeah, you're right. 100%.
Oh,
I
I
don't know
know.
what I'm talking about.
But I do agree. This is a pretty important game for the Jets
It is an important
because
game
I
for the
think
Jets.
we
I
were
think.
already on
I will agree
board
with you
with
about that.
we were already on board with Detroit last year. It's a team who had it together and going in a good direction, especially with Campbell at the helm and all that shit. Our New York opinion changed during the off season.
It's
Like
definitely
without even a
improved.
fucking game being played,
Yeah,
our opinion of the Jets changed.
yeah.
So because of that, the game matters more to the Jets than it does the Lions because we're already sold and we've already said what we've said about them. So we're kind of locked in. The Lions are improving. They're going to be a good team. The Jets have outperformed outperformed our wildest expectations,
That's
and
true.
they might not even be, but it doesn't entitle them to be a playoff team.
And if
But
you
this
make it,
game
you're
is
entitled.
important. This game is important to them to be a playoff contender. Nobody called the Jets a playoff contender. We just
Definitely.
said they're going to be a hell of a lot better. And holy crap, they're a
They
hell of a lot better than they were last year. Pittsburgh at Carolina. This would be another
it-
game I stay away from. I
yeah,
lean towards Carolina. I don't know why, because they're the home team. I guess I do know why.
yeah.
Dallas should destroy Jacksonville.
Should.
Kansas City should destroy Houston. Arizona should beat up on Denver.
Yeah, should. That's going to be a garbage game.
Yeah, especially with Arizona's shitty quarterback not playing. Uh, the Patriots, Raiders.
I think
I would expect the Patriots to win, but if Vegas pulls something out of their butt,
the
New
Raiders
England's
could win.
done.
Definitely.
New England's done. No postseason for the evil empire. Cheers. Let's
That'll
go
be weird.
Vegas. Not weird. I call it beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Um, Tennessee at LA.
I want to say the Chargers.
It should be. The Chargers need this more than I want them to win. And there's nothing better than a fraud division leader making the playoffs. And that's going to be Tennessee.
Yeah.
But give them another loss. Make that Jacksonville race interesting, which should bum the hell out of Tennessee fan. That there's even a conversation that mathematically you haven't clinched your division yet. And it's Jacksonville behind you.
That's true.
And you got Derrick Henry running the football.
Yeah.
Fire your head coach. He's trash. He is trash. I don't like him. Vrabel, get out of town. But I'm not a fan, so don't worry about me. Uh, Cincinnati, I think they should handle Tampa Bay.
Me
I
too.
feel more confident about that than I did in the preseason. I think I might have called Tampa Bay in the preseason to win this game. But after week one, I've changed my mind. This Tampa Bay team is trash. They're garbage, dude.
They're not very well run this
They're
season.
not. I would go Cincinnati. The Sunday night capper, dude. This is playoff
Yeah,
implications.
it is.
If they're playoff implications,
I
so
want to see the Commanders win.
I don't want
Truthfully.
to talk too much on this, at all, because I don't know if what I say, you know, makes things go a different way. Probably not. But this is a really important game. This could be a really, really, really good game. And then the Monday night capper, the NFL Week 15 capper. We got the Rams and Packers.
Two garbage teams for a Monday night game.
Is this game going to get flexed? No,
Nah,
because there's
it'll probably be
nothing
a
to
Packers
flex
win.
it with.
Yeah.
There's nothing to flex this game with. No, all right, man. Green Bay, you did this to yourself. Rams, dude.
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll see.
Rams. And this crap Green Bay year goes to crapper.
They're both having bad years.
Oh, yeah, but this is worse for Green Bay.
Maybe.
Oh, this is a people-owned club, dude. This is a club, not a franchise. This is a
True.
club. Like, no, this is tough for Green Bay how to manage this because this year has been a catastrophic failure.
It has.
This is
They
unacceptable.
definitely struggled all year.
Like, like you can say what you want to say about other teams, but like, you're the freaking Green Bay Packers, dude. I watched film from the inception of professional football in America until now. You are a storied franchise.
Yeah.
You have you're cut above everything you're supposed to be. Like you gotta find the next guy. Like
At this point,
I
yeah.
don't know. I'm not a Green Bay Packer fan. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't. So I do know you have to be very careful. You can't just cut Aaron Rodgers.
Not after you paid him all that money.
No, don't. The Green Bay Packers are not a business, bro.
No,
They're a
I
football
know. But
club,
still.
so it's different. If this was a business, they could cut Aaron Rodgers and the fan wouldn't care. But this is Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers has been here. He's at 4 years behind Brett Favre, and that was 80 years ago. So, like, Green Bay has to do things differently than some other teams do. Like us, we could move on from Josh Allen tomorrow.
Maybe. I don't know.
The Packers,
I don't think so.
the Packers have to navigate that differently.
I think that everybody's kind of tired of the whole Rodgers situation. I think they're all ready to move on.
Well, oh yeah, us not Green Bay Packer fan.
Hey, even Green Bay Packer fans, I think.
Oh, they are.
Well,
Oh, could
Green Bay Packer fans I talk to.
bring one on the show next week. We'll
Okay,
ask them. Oh wait, I mean in a
2
couple
weeks.
weeks because we're
Yeah.
off. We're off next week for Santa creeping into our houses, and I hope all he does is put presents under the tree. I hope he doesn't do more than put presents under the tree.
All right, Brett.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right, man. But week 15, that's what we're looking at. Playoffs looming. The NFL. It's coming down to the wire, but I really don't think it's coming down to the wire, so to speak. Like right now in either conference, I think there's just like one or two teams left out.
No, that's true.
It's just the seating order does matter.
It does. You're right.
It does. And who gets that final spot does matter. It really, really, really does. But until next week, we'll wrap up. But in the meantime, Moss here on Full Time Sport Network, he's going to bring you every freaking week, man. Bring you the red zone. He's letting you know what's going on your NFL Sunday as it's going on, man. So then watch that. Take
No,
a couple
definitely.
days, couple days to formulate your opinion, and then join me and Donnie, and we'll recap it. Give you a few days to put put all your thoughts in order and come join us, man. Come join us. Let's talk football. Watch Moss on Sunday as he brings you everything. And then let's recap it here on Through the Table for Full Time Sport Network. Britt and Don and Britt, throwing the whole thing down, man. Donnie, I really appreciate you.
Thank you,
joining
Brad. I
me.
appreciate you.
All you people out there in, do you say YouTube land or do we still say TV land?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
We used
anyway,
to say
I hope
TV.
you
That's how
guys have
old.
a good
That's how
holiday
old I am.
and y'all be safe.
Y'all too. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Get it going. Giving you the full picture. But y'all take care. Thank you. Like, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.